Acceptable, I suppose.
Alright, Petra is good to master class it up.
A new powered.
Ooh, Tempest Lance
Must have
sounds
come in
pog.
handy.
I had the.
Time to work you into shape.
Whoops. Wait a minute. Yeah, class. Let's go ahead and class up Petra. Finally. Finally. My Falcon Knight. At long last. Dude, this looks so awesome. I love this design. And this horse. That's so good. There we go. Now, back to training. Train up this Falcon Knight a little bit. Let's get down to like 3... Get down to like 3 training points. Alright, Edelgard is good now.
What a fascinating power.
Focus Strike, I might want that over, over Lightning Axe or Swinging Fury. I need to go buy a Master Seal for Edelgard real quick. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. You got any of them there Master Seals, lad? Fork them over. Fine.
For quality, friend.
We don't need to buy Intermediate or Advanced right now. We might need to buy some Intermediates at some point as everyone starts to master their classes. We're not going to talk about that I just walked past Alois or that he's here and that he isn't actually a playable character, so I can't get him killed. It's all very sad. I would have killed him in a heartbeat.
Time to work you into shape.
At long last, Edelgard, the Emperor class. Losing some speed, but look at that luck and defense and that HP. With unparalleled defense, Edelgard appears as an unstoppable force in the legendary armor of the Adressian Emperor. Oh, it's her gold outfit. Okay. Bow, 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 bow.
Always strive to improve.
Absolutely become the Emperor. Cannot wait to see how that plays. And now we need more Master Seals. Continue training. Death Knight is about to level up.
Think it's time for me to put your training to the ultimate test?
Let's at least wait until I've won a few first.
Not that killing him would have made any difference. Remember Lorenz? That's definitely not how it works for all the characters. I'm sure if, like, Shamir died in a battle, then she wouldn't just hang around and be like, oh, I've been injured. She would frigging die. Unfortunately, the game was like, oh, for plot purposes, you have to keep Lorenz.
I feel like I've taken hold of something.
Yo, Fire Sweep, Carpe Diem, nice.
There. Are we done now?
Lysithea mastered that class, not bad. Yo, perfects all around. Only 2 perfects, actually, but still, pretty good.
I'll remember this.
This power will serve me in the time.
Despoil.
Glad I haven't been wasting.
This is part of me.
That was weird. The audio clipped for a second there. Or I don't know if that happened on stream or if that was just my headset. Solitary Stand sounds interesting, and then Death Tea, all right, another magic move.
Training can be the difference. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Let's do these supports, and then I gotta talk to everyone around the area. And it should just be Hubert with Edelgard and Hapi. Let's do Hapi's first.
That will be all. Speak to the individual in charge for further details.
Are we really still doing this? I told you, I'm not mad anymore.
But were I to run my mouth excessively, I might well end up angering you again. And as it seems even my apologies can produce misunderstandings, I suspect the pair of us are sadly ill-matched.
That wasn't your fault. I should have accepted your apology. I was just being stubborn. Wait, that smell. Is that coffee?
You know of it, then? You did not seem familiar when I mentioned it the other day.
Coco made me some recently, and it was delicious. Sounds like it's pricey, though. There was only enough for me to have 1 cup. Is that what you usually drink?
Inasmuch as it serves as my substitute for tea, yes. However, I find it strange that Constance would consider the price of coffee to be an impediment, given how highly she is compensated.
Probably because she's always blowing her coin on materials for her latest experiments.
I see. Well then, allow me to invite you not to a tea party, but a coffee party.
Wait, are you sure? Because I'm in if you're buying. This is so good. I just can't get enough of that bitterness.
Yes, coffee has a full-bodied richness which cannot be enjoyed in any other beverage, to say nothing of the wondrous aroma.
Actually, I think the smell on this is stronger than the one Coco made me.
As with tea, there are many ways to brew coffee. A noteworthy feature of the beverage is that the final product can vary greatly depending on the degree to which the beans have been roasted.
I never knew that Hubert was such a coffee aficionado.
Sorry, beans? This has beans in it? Come to think of it, Coco did mention something about how she had to massacre some beans to make hers.
I assume you speak of the grinding process. I must say, I am surprised that you enjoy coffee. It is most unexpected that we would have this in common. There are many who dislike it, and some among that number even go so far as to criticize it as no more than hot bean water.
Ah, too bad. Looks like it's gone.
There is more. By all means, help yourself.
Really? Don't mind if I do. If only I could feel this relaxed all the time. Uh-oh.
How foolish of me. To think that I, of all people, did not anticipate such an outcome. Though it is certainly better than a sigh of displeasure. Regardless, I believe we have some monsters to dispatch.
I was so confused for a second, I totally forgot that when she sighs, monsters show up.
I called them, so I should deal with them. Consider it a bit of light exercise after all that coffee.
Ah! Monsters! Monsters everywhere!
I shall take it upon myself later to mislead them as to the cause of this sudden attack.
Thanks, Bert. Now let's get to it.
Oh, that sigh at the end was so good. Oh, that was funny.
And what of the Archbishop's movements?
She has established herself in Camulus, a town south of Ferdiad, and shows no indication of leaving. The Knights of Ceres occasionally go to the front, but the Archbishop appears content to remain behind. A shame, really.
Well, we expected as much. It's unlikely that we'll have the opportunity to eliminate her without mounting a full-scale invasion of Blythed territory.
We should have surrounded Garreg Mach and torn the place apart when we had the chance, no matter the cost to us. We may have squandered our greatest chance by not doing so.
Hubert, that idea came from Lord Arundel. That is to say, Tallis. And it's an impractical idea, at that. One based on unreliable experimental assets that had never been tested in battle. Besides, after breaking ties with him and his allies, we lacked the military capability to carry out an operation on such a scale.
Oh my goodness, I just remembered. Don't those who slither in the dark have some kind of, like, absolutely ridiculous orbital satellite nonsense in Three Houses? I wonder if that crap is gonna come back up. Wild if it does.
True on both counts, Your Majesty. We took such bold steps to excise those who slither in the dark from the Empire, knowing full well the price we'd pay. Though it meant allowing the Archbishop to escape our grasp, I would venture to say that we ultimately came out in a better position because of it.
Unquestionably so. I'm certain Tallis and his ilk are dreaming up some villainy as we speak. But we're not beholden to them anymore. We are no longer complicit in their schemes.
I could not care less what I am or am not complicit in, Lady Edelgard. But I agree, you must not be. For your own sake and the sake of the Empire, it is vital that you remain unsullied and unencumbered.
When I proposed such drastic changes to our plan 2 years ago, I did so against your best counsel. And yet you made it work every step of the way. None of us would be where we are today if not for you, Hubert. I cannot thank you enough.
This is quite unlike you, Your Majesty. Are you feeling unwell? I assure you I feel ever appreciated. There is no need for you to speak such words aloud. Or perhaps this is meant to soften the blow of yet another drastic change of course?
Nothing like that, I assure you. I simply want you to know how much you are valued. This path I walk, I cannot walk it without you. I'm only able to press onward because I have you to open the way. There will always be a place for you by my side.
Are you certain there are no changes you wish to inform me of? I must insist that you hide nothing from me.
What? But I just said I'm not... Hubert, are you truly so incapable of accepting a simple word of thanks?
Dude, I like Hubert so much more in this game than I did in Three Houses. Oh, man. Robbie Damon, what a guy. Hey, Randolph, you're not dead. Congrats.
I appreciate it.
I was able to fulfill my duty to Her Majesty thanks to you. It's true, we wouldn't have been able to accomplish anything with just the two of us. Isn't that right, Randolph? Exactly. I'm blessed to have such great allies. Now I can make sure that Mom has an easy life. We've been through so much, but I'm glad we worked as hard as we did, Flesh. Let's get all the chatting done. Leonardo ordered my siblings to take refuge in the Empire.
no.
I hope they're all okay. I barely had any time to write to them. The oldest of them was so amazed when I became a knight, he was happier than anyone else. It scares me to think about whether he'd still be proud of me after all I've done. Coming through. What's up, Balthus?
Got a minute?
King Dimitri's supposed to be ridiculously powerful, right? If we end up clashing, I want a piece of him. I've never met an enemy I couldn't break with my fists. Oh, except for Holst. Wait, and Count Berglies too. Ah, whatever. I'm sure I'll be able to handle Dimitri. Bring it on. Yeah, Dimitri's a loser. You can take him.
How can I be of service?
In the northern part of the kingdom, we have Gautier, Fraldarius, Sharon, or Karin, I don't remember how it's pronounced, and Daphne. All of those houses descended from the 10 elites. Their loyalty to House Bladed is, by and large, as solid as iron. By comparison, the nobles in this area have low morale, which makes them easy enough to deal with. House Dominic is the only exception, even though their territory is already under Empire control. They're also descended from the 10 elites. Their lord and his family escaped, but I hear the other nobles have dragged them out and are trying to make them fight. Alright. Byleth, the Ashen Demon, quite a formidable warrior. It is truly vexing that I no longer have the chance to kill or be killed by someone like that. There's always a chance, dude. You never know. Sothis might take control again. Lately, I've been getting this feeling. I'm really glad I was born in the Empire. Whenever we fight the Kingdom, I can't help but think how they've been having such a hard time. What about the Alliance? What do you think of the Alliance, then? Sounds like you've given this some thought.
What?
Huh? That's not what I'm talking about right now. Okay. That's probably a support with Bernie, because we just got affinity up with her.
Come to think of
Numerous spots in this area are connected to saints. Did someone already explain that to you? The Rhodos coast in the north honors Saint Keyhole, and to the south there's Lake Tatatus, which is Saint Index Holy Ground. Isn't that where the giant death turtle is from Three Houses? I'd go see them if I wasn't in the army. Life just isn't fair. Quick trip, though. Couldn't you swing by and take a peek? They're not that far, right?
Excellent.
Oh, would you like to come with me? We probably could get permission if you did. Yes, let's do that. I want to fight the giant death turtle in this game.
Hunger is the true enemy.
It is the true enemy. I gotta make some dishes. Definitely we want this every time. And then we want to do stuff with Byleth every opportunity we get. So Byleth only has supports with Rogue and Geralt, right? So we want to, like, get that every opportunity we have. Those two together. I wonder if Byleth does have any supports with any other characters. I find it hard to believe that Byleth would have any supports with, like, Dimitri, Claude, or anyone else if she doesn't have them with Edelgard.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Thanks for the meal. Drinks are on me next time.
I might have to pass. We can't have both of us too inebriated at once.
Some Byleth having to deal with her dad. As interesting as killing Geralt and then Byleth, like, merging fully with Sothis or whatever would have been in that other storyline option, I am so excited to just see Byleth have a character and interact, like, at all. I really want to see these Byleth supports between her and Rogue, especially.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Really want to see it. Alright, now... Yuri, you probably have supports with Hapi. I'm maxed out on Hapi, though. Who does Yuri have supports with?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
We'll probably use Yuri here and there. He's our only trickster because I didn't take Petra down that path. What have you got going on, Yuri? Supports with Rogue, none of the other Black Eagles. Ashe, interestingly, and Marianne. Balthus, of course, not with Constance or Hapi. Weird. Very weird. None of the Black Eagles, huh? But Ashe and Marianne for some reason. And then still has supports with Balthus, but not his other members? Super strange. I do feel like the other spot that they kind of dropped the ball a little bit in this game is that they could have done more supports, and I wish they would have. Up to Ashe, why not? You got supports with Ashe. I do feel like there could have been more supports, because I do love the character interactions. Oh, I think that's a bad dish made. Nice instead of even being great, yeah.
Yeah. How'd you know I love this stuff? You must be more clever than I thought.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
Would not be surprised if the first update adds supports. I'd be very surprised. The supports are voiced. They would have to get the voice actors for every new support they wanted to do. To just do that for a normal update, I would be kind of shocked, honestly. That, like, getting voice actors to come in even for a couple of lines, that's, you know, that can't be super cheap to make it worth the voice actors' time. Also, yeah, they wouldn't be able to do it for Ferdinand unless they gave Ferdinand a new voice actor specifically for those supports only. I would be shocked if they, even if they did like a big paid DLC thing, I would be surprised if they added more supports. I'm wondering if Byleth likes literally every food option. Looking likely. Looking very likely, actually. I want more supports with Shamir, and I don't remember who Shamir has supports with. I think she had supports with Caspar in Three Houses, but I don't think she does in this game. Hapi, why not? They might have already recorded more supports that they could put in. That would be a really dick move by Koei Tecmo if they already had supports and just didn't have them in from the get-go. That would be terrible. I would be really mad. So I hope you're wrong.